Welcome to Left Freedom Ring. Before we get anything, rough loss at Fort Quincy this week for the Free Jacks against Old Glory DC. That was the first time Old Glory beat the Free Jacks in like over 1,000 days. But they're going to bounce back this weekend, taking on New Orleans at Fort Quincy. We will see you there. But my guest this week, the one, the only legend, Ken Nagle. Ken, welcome to the show.
What's going on, Dan?
Ken, great to have you back. It's been a while. I want to say you were on in November of 2021. How have you been since your last appearance? It's been a couple of years.
Awesome. I'm now retired. I'm a grandfather of two great-grandchildren now. I got a little baby girl, Charlie, and a little baby boy, Eamon.
Oh, nice.
So, yeah.
Nice. What's it like being a grandfather?
Awesome. Actually, next week I'm going out for 10 days out to Washington State to see Eamon.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. It's just a whole different world, man.
Yeah.
You look forward to seeing him, and your kids are growing up, and now it's just like starting over again.
Yeah.
So it's great. Yeah, I could spoil them and send them home. So.
Any plans when you go out there? Is it just staying at the house, or?
Well, the first weekend, me and Chris, his wife's going to New York for a couple of days.
Okay.
So I'm gonna go do some top golf and some hikes and stuff like that.
This Top Golf thing is just exploding.
Yeah.
They're like everywhere now.
Yeah, they just put a new one in, I think, Canton or something.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, my brother Mike loves that.
Yeah.
So now retired. We were kind of talking about it off air. What's the day look like for Ken Nagle right now?
I don't know. I just got my little business of tools that I like to buy, and I go out and research, the computer and stuff, and work off of that. So that keeps me going for 2 or 3 hours, and then I'm having my house redone.
Okay.
So I got some painting being done, my full bathroom redone. So I'm trying to get stuff that now the kids are gone, and you don't think of doing yourself.
Yeah.
It's time. The house is older and needs a lot of stuff. So we're doing it.
So he's keeping busy though?
Yeah, it's definitely a culture shock because you're used to going to work most of your time, then come home and eat and play ball or do something. Now I have all that morning time, so I'm trying to fill that in.
Okay.
So
haven't got into like the morning TV. I remember when I was a kid.
No TV.
Because
no.
I remember staying home sick from school, and it'd be either Jerry Springer or Maury Povich or whatever on. So it's not really like good time.
I don't want to get into that. The weather's getting better now, so there's more stuff to do.
Well, and there is a question about it later, and I don't want to get too much into it, but you are planning to play in the senior league that plays in the mornings?
I hope to. Okay. I haven't contacted anyone. I'm waiting for some other guy to get a hold of me.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm definitely going to try it.
Well, I got to ask this. So you posted a picture on Facebook not too long ago, 48 years of softball. This is going to be your 48th year?
Yes. Yeah. So
that's like longer than I've been alive by, like 10 years. Gearing up for, how are you doing this? It's going 67, you're still able to play the outfield. You're still able to take extra bases. Tell us a secret, because I know people that are like, I was done at 38,
I think it's just all these new people coming into softball, the young kids. I want to show them that you can still play, if you put your, as much as you can into the game, I mean, I stretch, do everything before the games, hopefully to keep myself playing longer and longer. And as I said, last year was going to be my last year.
Yeah.
But all the guys asked me to come back, so what was going to say?
Yeah.
I'm coming back, and I'll keep on doing it every year if they ask me to come back.
Do you think there's anything that goes into your longevity? Obviously it's softball. It's not like Tom Brady playing in the NFL, but he played till he was 45. He had the Tom Brady, the TB12 method. Is there a Ken Nagle legend method, or?
I think I look forward to sharing some time with the people that play, because I've been playing with a lot of these guys for 20, 25 years. So they make the game interesting, you know what I mean? It's just you get stories after. You sit, after the game, you make fun of each other and have a good time.
Yeah.
So I mean, it's just fun getting out and enjoying each other, you know. So
No, I get that. I just, I hear like a lot of people, like I was leaving the field the other day and someone's like, oh, I was done by 42. And then, I've talked to we were talking in our group chat, one of my softball teams. And people are like, 40 might be my cap, 45 might be my cap. A lot of people, like, it's crazy because you've surpassed that by a lifetime, like. It's crazy. That's why you are the legend. Like, I don't think you don't see this.
Yeah.
I
feel like if I can play, I'm going to play. I mean, I haven't had any injuries in years, so I mean, I just try to keep up, healthy, and I want to play. It's not that, I go to the field and I'm happy to be there. I never get depressed about playing. If you got to sit out, sometimes that's fine, whatever. I mean, it's just you want to see everyone else around you enjoying the game too, because some people just, they go and they're not happy, sometimes or whatever. But I mean, you're out having fun with your friends.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And that's the way I take it. And I think that's why I'm still playing.
Yeah. No, I like that. I mean, you do get the people that take it a little too serious at times. Yeah. It's not that serious.
Just brush them off.
Yeah. But no, awesome. What are the to play this long? Because again, that's almost 50 years, and that's not even counting like your years of playing baseball, does it? No. Okay, so then you've been playing it, baseball,
since I was 4.
Yeah, so that's a long time. Yeah. What are some of the challenges that you have faced as you've gotten older?
I think some injuries that I had. I had the shoulder. I was telling you, I had that done. I had the Achilles done. I've had plenty of things along the road. But once I got done with rehab, I couldn't wait to go back in the field.
Yeah.
And it's just, when you miss a few games, and I tried one time I missed like 5 or 6 games, and I went to the park. After one day there, I couldn't go back until I came back from the injury.
Yeah.
It was too hard not to, want to play. I'm sitting there, shit, this sucks,
Yeah.
So, but I don't know. It's, I guess, just the love of the game, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, I mean, I tore my rotator cuff.
Yeah. I told you, it was probably the best thing you could do is get it done.
I didn't. So, Remedy reached out to me, Jim, the other day. He's like, I think I might have to have it. I said, he goes, what? It's hard for me to like tell people symptoms because when I had mine done, this is as far as I couldn't raise it.
I went through the same thing, strapped to my stomach and everything.
Well, no, like the injury, right? I couldn't lift my arm. I remember they misdiagnosed it at first. They didn't know it was torn. And I went through a football and was like, I still can't do it. And then they're like, you need an MRI. And they're like, oh, this is completely torn.
Yeah.
So anybody out there, don't trust an x-ray. You need an MRI to really know.
My thing, if you need something to, have done, do it early in life.
Yeah.
You don't want to get older and then, not be able to do anything. I mean.
Yeah. No.
I mean, the recovery's a recovery, 6, 8 months or whatever it takes. But it's worth it at the end,
Yeah.
So.
No, 4 years ago today, I saw it on Facebook, I could not throw for, I got hurt in October 2018. I could not throw a softball until March of 2020.
Yeah.
It was also the same weekend that everything shut down.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, great, I've healed and I'm not going to be able to play. Like, it was unreal,
Yeah.
Do you kind of remember that now? And now it's been 4 years, like
Yeah.
what that feeling was to know we weren't going back to the field?
Yeah. Or even not being able to throw a ball. I mean, you go to the game and stuff, you can hit or try to do that or whatever. But, if you can't put yourself out there to play, it's kind of miserable for you.
Yeah.
No,
it can be.
But there's a lot of people that are behind you, So when you're, doing it, just take your time, come back when you're ready, whatever. Most of the time the people save your spot or whatever. So.
Yeah, no, I mean, I played lefty for, like, once I get hit, I started playing the field lefty when they were desperate.
Yeah.
And then I remember playing first base lefty and just trying to, I never had the glove on this hand, like trying to make sure I made the catch, and it was hard.
Yeah, that was like Bruce last year got hurt.
Yeah.
And he swung with one hand just to get up.
Yeah.
That was funny.
Anything to keep playing, What can we expect, do you think, in the Nashville League this year? How is Atomic Launch looking?
Well, there's a surprise, this year. So we'll leave it at that.
Couple additions and
Yeah.
yeah, it'll be good. I mean,
I don't want to say too much because it's not my place.
We don't want to spoil. No spoiler
I don't
alerts
wanna
here.
spoil it. Yeah.
No, I think it will be fun. I mean, I think we're going up to a couple, 8 teams maybe now.
Yeah. Well, the hard thing for me was, Kung Fury had actually split up and stuff, and so I didn't hear from anyone. So I just put a thing on Facebook and said anyone needs a player, and that's when Jay come to me and said that he'd have me on the team. So that's how I got on Atomic Launch. But I actually had a good season. I enjoyed it.
Yeah, no,
they had some good people.
I had a blast on the team. It was hard to make it. I had a decision to make
Every game. Yeah.
and that's hard sometimes. Is like you can't play for everybody.
Right.
Sometimes you got to make the choice, and not always easy.
Yeah, when you're on a team for a while, and then we won a championship, and then almost won the second one, then the team just folded. That was kind of hard. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Well, no. I mean, I've been jumping around now since.
Yeah.
So the Raccoons were New Power. They folded. I went to Kung Fury. Folded.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Don't join any more teams.
Yeah, it's like anytime I'm like the death curse here. I do want to get into the fan questions. You got a few here. First one from J-Ro, John Robinson. So this is the money question going into the Nashua. And we're talking about, if anybody's watching at home, the Tuesday-Thursday league, not the Monday-Wednesday. They're two separate leagues. So when we say Nashua League, that's what we're referring to. Though you do play in both.
Yes.
Yeah. Who do you think takes it all this year, Kenny?
I think there's 3 or 4 top teams. So I hate to say, but I heard there's a lot of people jumping around to different teams. So it's kind of hard to pick one because I think it's just going to be a whole different thing. I think it's going to be more even this year. I mean, last year it was like you had 2 top teams or whatever, and a couple middle teams and a couple good bad teams. I think this year it's going to be more even. So.
No, I think so. I've heard a lot of people shifting from pub.
Yeah.
I think that's the only team that I can think of that had any shifts. But then you still have Oddfellows who, until really someone beats them, they're the team to beat, I would say.
Yeah, right now, probably, yeah. Mudcats have a pretty good team,
Yeah.
With my buddies, the Clark brothers.
The Clark brothers, they all went over there. And Matty Hines was excited. I didn't know that it was his first playoff win in 11 or 14 years. Yeah. He had posted on Instagram. I didn't know that. And he'd been around for a long time. So
I played on that team long ago. We started that way back. Power Trip. I don't know if he was on it then, but it goes way back.
But isn't like, I don't know the lineage because was it Power Trip? It's Mudcats are still Power Trip, or were the Clarks Power Trip?
No. The only one who was on Power Trip was Alex.
Oh, okay. So that was a whole new team.
Yeah, that was way back,
Okay.
Those Mike Carter, Jesse, Dave. There was a bunch of different, Steve Boyd, Frank, all those guys. So, that goes back quite a few years.
Okay, so then Alex, he's the one that made a new team.
Yep.
So that's still kind of the original Power Trip,
right?
Or whatever. Interesting. I got a question from Jester Cuppert, and this is kind of like he said, "Do you ever wish you played a man sport?" Now, Jesse, his name is Jesse, and I forget his last name. I played rugby with him in college. He's one of not a bad guy, but I think he's one of those, like, we've talked about this on the show, like rugby elitists.
Yeah.
If you don't play rugby, you don't know anything about rugby, that type of guy. So I think he's criticizing softball because it's technically, when you're younger, it's for for girls in high school and that. But have you played baseball as an adult? Like, it's not.
After I got out of the Navy, I played a couple seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I went in a couple times and I was like, I'll stick to softball.
Yeah.
It's much simpler, I remember going into a game and the baseball, like, is just so small.
Yeah.
After playing softball. But Yeah, kind of a Joker question. I guess it's kind
Well,
of.
have him come on down.
Yeah, I don't think he would. Like and again,
Yeah.
I haven't seen him in maybe 20
I
years.
never heard of him, so.
And but you get some of those guys that I'm this, I'm that, and then they got to criticize what other.
Well, a
people
lot of these
enjoy.
guys playing softball played a lot of different sports in school. It's not like that was a major thing, you know what I mean?
No,
So.
it doesn't matter. You have a kid that played for BC the
That's what I'm
football
saying.
team.
It's just
You know.
it's just a game to enjoy. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. You know,
Yeah.
it's Facebook. There's all these people want to be funny, and the elitist mentality that people have it does drive me a little crazy. But Pat Conley wants to know. Says, "Hey neighbor," he goes, "Always love playing ball with you. What have been some of your biggest highlights of your career? And do you ever think did you think you'd play ball this long?" So let's start with the highlights. What have been some highlights you've had playing softball?
I won a couple MVPs. I thought it was pretty cool. And the last one was, I think, voted by the coaches, which made me feel good.
That was,
So it was just-
2017?
Yeah, I think you gave it to me.
Yeah, they said, hey, you
Oh,
should
you
be
and
the one.
Brandon.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it was pretty cool. I mean, I played on the All-Navy team, so that was like a big thing. You know, you get to go to different ports, and every port you go to, they bring in the best teams and play against them. So I thought that was a great thing. I think one of the best teams, or the funnest teams I played on, was probably Thunder Buddies.
Thunder Buddies?
Yeah, so that made a real highlight to play on a team that everyone enjoyed playing, you know. So we used to stay down the field till 10, 11, 12 after the games, you know, and just talking and having a good time. But I think, like I say, the biggest thing is still playing. I think that is the biggest thing for me.
Yeah, did you, I mean, I don't think
I never thought I would
Yeah.
be playing with the young guys this long.
Yeah.
But last year, when I was actually told him it was the last year, it was a younger guys from the Club National, you know, Mason and Tyler and his cousin that asked me to come back.
Really?
So I thought that was pretty good.
I remember saying when you said that on Facebook, I said, I have 1 year to convince Ken to stay.
Yeah,
And it looks like it worked,
yeah.
you know?
And Jay, like, he wanted me to come back, you know. He said, I'll get you number 67 if you come back. I said, all right.
Are you only doing playing in Nashua for the most part, or?
I signed up for a team in Haverhill, but I'm not sure if I'm going to do it yet.
Is that with like, that's like another seniors league or whatever?
Yeah, it's over 50.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The drive might be,
Well, it was asked by a guy that we played a couple times with, and I never met him before. But he said,
JK?
Yeah. But he said he heard of me and he watched me play, and then he said, "Yep, okay, it's all right."
He loves that league. I've heard him talk about it. So.
Well, I get a lot of friends that are coming up from like Woburn, where I grew up, to play up in Nashua. So that's why I was thinking of doing that senior, because see some of the guys I grew up with, you know.
Yeah. No, that'd be
pretty
cool.
Yeah.
Say, hey, we all made it.
Yeah. Yeah, it's I don't know what to expect though, because I haven't seen the senior game and I don't know what it's all about. So
I mean,
I heard they have some kind of line or something.
Well,
that's the thing.
That's good. Craig has a question.
That would
about
help me.
Craig Pelletier says, any hitting goals for the legend entering his first season in Nashua retiree league? With their restriction outfield depth line, I'll take the over of 750 on base percentage. So I don't know, like, is a line restriction, is that what's painted on the fence that we always thought was for co-ed?
I'm not really sure. I've never really seen a game, so I don't know. He's the one that pointed it out, so that's what I was wondering.
So line restriction, I'm assuming that you can't play like way in, because obviously, there's some of those guys might not be able to do that anymore. But now, that gets me wondering. For years, we have said on you, Dickie, that white line on the fence
Was the ladies.
I'm starting to wonder if that is not actually what that is. Now I'm starting to wonder if that's from the senior league.
We'll have to find out. I have no idea. So.
Well, no, I don't remember anybody from co-ed ever painting that line.
Yeah.
That I think we made up a rule that wasn't a rule all these years. I'll have to check.
We'll have to get
bylaws.
someone to find out.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, it's just when he asked about that line thing, I have no idea what it even means.
It's got to be. That's got to be what's painted on the fence.
Yeah.
Because all these years we just assumed, but I when I thought about it, when I ran the league, I was like, we never painted the fence. We never touched it. So.
Yeah. It'll be a surprise.
Yeah. Are you coming back to Sundays too? Because I'm
Yeah, I
back
think
in
so,
the.
yeah.
I'm back running that. Did Sarah reach out to you?
No.
Okay, we'll talk off air. We'll talk off air. Travis Luis wants to know, what was the exit velo on?
I think velocity.
Oh, is that what he meant? Velocity on the foul that hit my foot.
The one I don't know.
Did you hit him in the foot?
Yeah.
When was this?
I just fouled tip on. No.
Was he on?
Oh no, he was playing third. I hit him off the foot. I rocketed one down third and hit him off the foot and bounced out to the outfield.
Was this in pickup?
No, it wasn't. Oh yeah, it might have been. Yeah, it was.
Oh,
pickup.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was.
I got him right off the foot of going out of third. Yeah.
Nice. All right. Well, I want to get into something we've done on the show before. We've done this with a lot of different guests. Softball word association. I'm going to give you a word, anything softball related. You're going to tell me the first thing that comes to mind, and you're going to tell me why. Sound like a plan?
All right.
First word, you dicky.
Fence.
And why?
That's everyone's favorite field.
Okay.
You know, you're playing Udicky and all these guys want to hit it out.
Yeah.
So
that's where everybody wants to play.
Yeah.
And I think that's
I think it's one of their favorite fields for that because you're playing the street field. The infield's a little tough for the infielders. And then the outfield is longer, so it's harder to hit, you know, the dingers.
I've thought about it over the years.
Yeah.
And I've been playing there for a long time. I hate playing at that field. I hate
the road one or the fence?
No, the road field.
Yeah, everyone says the same thing.
Which was going to be another. We'll talk about that actually.
Yeah.
We're going to get into that one actually because I think I've hated it this whole time. I think I have. U-trip.
U-trip compared to.
Not a compare. I'm just saying the word. What's the first word that comes to mind?
I think the softballs. U-trip are harder.
Okay.
So, you know, there's a lot more people that can hit rockets. I mean, you see how many people are wearing masks in the infield now, which, you know, years ago no one did that, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think it's just between the bats and the balls for U-trip has come a long ways, you know.
I've gotten to the point where I only want to wear my mask.
Yeah.
Even, like when I go play squish ball,
Yeah.
I take it off and I feel weird because
Yeah.
I'm so used to having it on. What about Martell here in Merrimack?
I would say tournament ball,
Okay.
because that's the only time I play there.
Yeah.
You know, if we're in a tournament or something. I mean, I like that field. You know, it's different. And there seems to be some of the best tournaments around there, as far as I'm concerned, anyway.
That's like I feel like that's the crown jewel of like the area because
Yeah.
that's a very guarded field.
Yeah.
If you're on that when you're not supposed to, like you'll get a warning, or maybe a
kicked out or
citation.
something. Yeah.
You know. Here's one. I'm very curious about this one because this guy is a character. He's always been a character. The leader of the Thunder Buddies, Max Vignola.
Yeah, me and Max been good friends through quite a few years now.
One word to describe Max Vignola.
Madman.
Yeah.
He comes out with some of the best stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I've known Max, like when I first met him, we won, I don't know if you were on the team, but we won like that, the Do 4 tournament.
Yeah.
And that was the first time I met him. Then the next year is when Brian threw the ball.
And hit him in the head.
I'd never seen anything like that.
I was playing second, I think. And
I think I was playing second, actually.
Was he? I remember maybe it was in left field.
Yeah.
I remember being around the area. So, yeah, I was in left field. So Brian took the ball.
From first base.
And went to throw to third and hit Max right at the head. And he went down.
That was scary.
Yeah.
It was very scary. and there just came like a hush
Yeah.
over the like everybody like that was hanging out. Everybody just kind of stopped. And if I remember though, I think Max got up, and I think he wanted to keep pitching.
Yeah. I think he was a little dizzy though.
And then I think he got escorted off the field, and I think he went home.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, he's a good guy, and actually, I may be making my trip to Florida this year with the boys.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey, why not?
I really want to do it. It's on my bucket list. So
Yeah.
I think the last 3 years, I was supposed to do it a couple of years ago. My brother passed away, so I couldn't do it.
Yeah.
And then the next year, I just didn't have it in me. But this year, I really, think I'm going to do it.
I think it'll have fun.
And we've talked about it a couple of times and stuff, and they all want me to go down. So I said, as long as I get up once, I don't care, just to make it worth it.
What is it, like 4 or 5 days you're down there?
Yeah, some of the guys go down earlier. I know some guys go down like Tuesday. I think it starts like Thursday or Friday or something.
Yeah.
So, I think this is the year.
It's a good. I mean, I haven't been in a long time,
Yeah.
and I used to be at ESPN, but it's a good experience. But every year I and I'm doing tournaments this year too. But I think like sometimes it gets to be too much. Like I really have a lot of interests outside of softball,
Yeah.
and that can make it difficult.
Yeah.
Can make it very difficult.
I think, like I said, just to step in those fields is going to be, worth it for me.
Yeah.
I don't even care about, like I say, playing. As long as I get up once and do something.
Yeah,
whatever.
yeah.
I'll pinch run or whatever. I don't care.
You gotta get a picture in Florida. You hit.
Yeah.
And they record the games.
Yeah.
So you'll be able to like go back and watch it.
Yeah.
Mel Amato.
I just talked to her. Well, I just texted her before I came here.
Yeah.
Tell her I was going to be on the show. She is one of my buds for sure. We had this crazy thing years ago. It was called the chair line. Do you remember that?
I remember that, yeah.
So every Sunday, no matter what time the games were, we'd have the chair line out, and it'd be like me, Andrew Garrett, Jose Reyes, Kyle, Mel, myself, and Brian. And we sit there and watch games all day long, drinking.
Yeah.
It was crazy. And then we get that video with the cookie. Everyone's seen.
Yeah, where they put salt on the cookie.
That was part of the chair line.
Yeah.
That was pretty cool.
So we have asked Mel Amato to be on this show for 4 years.
Should have told me earlier. I could have had to come with this one.
We've yet to have her on. 4 years asking, so hopefully eventually.
Yeah, she asked me to play in a couple tournaments this year. I played with them and stuff.
Yeah.
So it was good.
No, Mel's good people.
Yeah, we have
They're my
fun.
best friends,
We joke around and stuff. We're friends for quite a few years now.
A lot of people, great people you meet in softball. Bayou.
What's it mean?
No, what do you think of when you hear that?
I think it's other friends razzing somebody. That's what I think. Because if you watch, everyone's pretty much talking up the game and stuff. So someone will be someone's best friend when the ball goes by him, or someone, a nemesis on the other side. They yell it out, make the guy feel bad.
Yeah.
But it's just a friendly thing, I think.
I mean, sometimes people get heated over it, and like we said, it's like Ken said, ball hits by somebody, they yell Louisiana Bayou.
Yeah.
And I've seen people if people do it to me, it's usually someone I know.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah.
But I have seen it where people and I gotta say, sometimes in softball, when people and I'm kind of like growing out of this. Like I don't want to deal with it. The people that get angry about stuff. Like this year with the Sunday League, I want it to be a league that you're not embarrassed of.
Right.
That you, and I'm not saying that like, I'm talking like behavior-wise, not talking about anything else. Like people aren't fighting with each other. People are there to have a good time. If you want to bring your kids, you can bring your kids. If you want to bring your spouse, you can bring your spouse. I think we got to get back to what I've just seen it over the years.
Sundays should be enjoyable.
Yeah.
I mean, everyone's a day out for people that work all week, and a lot of people don't even play softball except for Sundays.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So.
Yeah, and you just got to come and have a good time. I mean, I'm like, as I'm getting older, right? I don't want to argue with people. I just want to play softball and have a good time. If you do good and you're the other, I'm happy for you.
Yeah.
I'm happy for everybody doing well.
Yeah.
I don't need to get angry with people, and I don't want to be around angry people. It's just not where I'm at in my life. You
Yeah.
know what I mean? So,
I think it'll be good. I mean, like I say, there's so many people that just look forward to Sundays.
yeah.
So,
And I'm talking about like a handful of the population.
yeah.
You know, that's like, take it back, guys, and don't be a softball elitist.
Yeah.
Just go play and have fun.
Yeah.
Michael Schultz.
I've been playing with Mike for so many years now. He's one of my favorite people to watch. I mean, he puts everything into it. And when he gets mad, he gets mad.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of funny sometimes when he gives it the big grunt or something, you know what I mean? But Mike overall,
What's one word you would say
about Mike,
from Mike?
the best.
Oh, all right, all right.
One of the best, actually, but the best.
Another guy. 4 years we've been trying to get Michael Schultz on this show. 4 years.
Yeah.
And he has declined the offer.
Yeah.
So we're reaching out to his agent again. We're going to see if we can eventually get him. All right, let's go back to this. Because I started to go down the road with it. You Dicky no fence. Give me one word to describe you Dicky no fence.
Tough.
Okay. That's a nicer word than I would have said. Yeah.
I think mostly because there's a lot of holes in the field, outfield. And the infield is very hard most of the time, unless you get rain or whatever. And because of the way it's shaped, if you notice in left field, a lot of people play beyond the fence.
Yeah.
You know, you have no choice. So it's kind of like a weird field because right field is out to the street.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
And sometimes
that's why I mean it's a little tough because just the way it's shaped. You know what I mean? So
And sometimes Ultimate Frisbee's out there.
yeah. And
The more I think about it, now that like we're getting towards the season and we're talking about this field, I hate it.
yeah.
I do hate playing there. And I know people hate playing at Greeley, but I'd rather be at Greeley Park than you Dicky no fence.
Yeah.
You know.
But no one plays at Greeley anymore.
No,
I don't know
not.
why that happened, but
And I get a lot of crap for that because I'll like want to do pickup games there. But Greeley Park, well, you live in
I
there.
played the
grew up.
church.
Yeah,
Church League played there.
I grew up there. That's where and Greeley Park holds a special place in my heart, so I like to play there. Thunder Buddies.
Thunder Buddies.
Yeah.
This is one of my favorite teams of all times.
Give me one word.
Camaraderie.
Oh, okay. I could see that.
Yeah. Well, I don't know if I ever told this story. Probably most of the people know it, but one of the funniest times ever was Jordan. You know Jordan, right?
Yeah, I haven't seen him in a long time.
Jordan Gray.
Yeah.
So we're out in the field, after the game, we're out in the back and having a few beers, joking around. I said, I got to take off, guys. I got to work early tomorrow. So Jordan leaves his phone on my car. Did I tell you the story?
No.
So I'm driving home, and these guys, they got the GPS put in
Oh, jeez.
so they can see where the phone's going.
Yeah.
So I'm driving down the highway. Whoop, they're all saying, it's still there. Make the turn, exit 7, get off. Still there, get all the way home.
It didn't fall off.
It didn't fall off.
Oh, wow, that's lucky.
So I get a knock on the door. Here comes Jordan. He goes, hey, I think my phone's in your car.
Oh, my goodness.
So we're still in the back of the car.
That's lucky.
Yeah.
That would have cost him a pretty penny there.
Another cool thing that happened was Steve Phelps. You remember him?
Maybe.
Yeah.
I'm drawing a blank here.
So we were down at it's Mine Falls, and he had this crazy thing about it. The Hawks would always fly by the field. Anytime a Hawk flew by, he hit a home run.
Oh, jeez.
So we're down there one day, and the Hawk is sitting on, how it sits down the end of the fence?
Yeah, I know that Hawk.
So he gets up, and he hits one. You know where the house is out there?
Yeah.
He hits the top of that light pole in a fly ball.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it was like the longest one I ever saw.
Did the lights go out or?
No,
No.
it wasn't like the natural.
Yeah.
But it was just funny because anytime a Hawk was there, man, he hit a home run. It was crazy,
That Hawk that's crazy when
Yeah.
you do see it.
Yeah, even if it was Dicky or whatever. It didn't matter what field it was on.
Maybe it's an omen.
Yeah, so we just used to laugh all the time.
What about Kung Fury?
I enjoyed playing with them. Like I say, I love the Clark brothers, and me and Kyle became really good friends. So The me and Alex and with who else? 3 or 4 of us actually went to that team from the Kung Fury, before Kung Fury. So, yeah, we had a couple good years. It was definitely a lot of fun.
Well, you guys upsetted us
Yeah.
in 2021 because we'd won the last 3
Yeah.
or 4 years.
Well, we got that trophy together, that picture.
Yeah. Yeah, because we were, well, I think we play each other in the championship of that and then on
Yeah.
Sundays. And,
Yep. I got to say, I'm fortunate I won trophies in every league so far.
no, I think at this point I've won every league that I've ever played in.
Yep.
Not church. I've never won the church league, but like Pinnacle, I won this year, and that was one of the
main
leagues
goals.
Yeah, one
So,
that I
yeah.
just never won before. That
Yeah.
I like to say if I played in it for more than 4 seasons, I want to win it at least once.
Oh, yeah.
You know. Umpires.
We got some good and some bad.
Give me one word to describe them as a whole.
I can't give you one.
Do you think would you ever umpire if you were? No.
No. I think because of the strike zone,
Yeah.
that some look at it as where the ball falls, and other people, umpires, go by where it lands.
Yeah.
So you got 2 different things. So you can actually strike out on a ball that's over your head by some umpires because they're calling it where it lands.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I wouldn't want to do that because I've seen too many people get, really pissed off. A couple of times I would point to the ground with my bat or something where it went.
Yeah.
Just to, show someone. I wouldn't say anything, but I mean, it's like, come on, guys. But overall, there's some really good umpires.
I like Dean. Dean does
Dean's
a great
good.
job.
Yeah.
Why can't
He's always been really fair.
Yeah, he's always been great.
Foster's pretty good.
Foster.
And he just started. So.
Who do we usually? I'm trying to think because it's like.
Oh yeah, there's 2 guys that are really good.
Eric.
Billy.
Billy.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah, Billy does a lot of our games.
I think Dean though is my favorite umpire. I usually like. When
He's very fair.
Yeah, and I just like Dean. Yeah,
Yep.
and he keeps it calm.
I like Billy too.
Which one's Billy?
The glasses.
Oh yeah, he's a good guy. He's a very good guy. But I've noticed like Dean cut me slack last year. Like I flipped out in a game, and I wasn't mad at anybody but myself. Didn't make a big deal about it.
I see a glove going out.
Yeah, he just said, I think he'll come back to reality in a second. And gotta ask this. What are your thoughts on the direction of the New England Patriots right now?
Why?
You can,
Well, the only thing I think they did smart, they got a quarterback that actually played for him before,
yeah,
and that's a starting point.
% there, yeah.
I think other than that, they need so much help, they're not going to be anything for a couple of years anyway.
Yeah.
I mean, they're signing, people they had before, like the wide receiver, Kendrick Bourne, and somebody else. I forget the other guy's name. But I think the big thing is, they got to get a quarterback that's been in the system. And hopefully, with who they have now, it'll be better,
They got. I feel like they got to draft a quarterback.
Yeah.
I would like to.
Oh, yeah, they're going to need help. But, I mean, at least they have someone that's played.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I think they put too much pressure on, Jones to begin with. And, you try to get better by trying harder, which maybe he shouldn't have, because I think it put more pressure on himself. You know what I mean? So he could never prove himself.
He just didn't. He regressed. He just
Under
didn't really have
pressure,
it.
he was no good.
I mean, I will always say that I had a lot of fun watching 2020. I know 2021 is not a Super Bowl year or anything like that, but I went to 3 games that year. They won all the games I went to. I was really into the season. I know it ended with the blowout, so to the Bills there, but I was really looking forward to like the career of Mac Jones, and it didn't pan out.
Now he's gone.
And now he's gonna go back up.
Yeah.
Someone else who was in his draft class, and Trevor Lawrence. So, see how that pans out.
Yeah, you know what? It's a learning curve for him. He's going to learn a new offense. Might help him in the future to get on another team.
Do you think he'll just kind of like keep going around, or do you think like the career is not going to go that long?
he's not going to get any playing time, so who knows?
You're just a journeyman, like
Yeah.
backup.
Yep.
Yeah. Unless Trevor Lawrence gets hurt, though.
Yeah.
Then we'll see what happens. But
I mean, he's definitely coming into his own now, so.
he got hurt. I mean, he was doing really well. I think he got hurt at one point, though, during the season. So, I don't know. I mean, for me, I really wanted it to work out. It didn't. Now Belichick's gone. Now we have a whole new coaching staff. Like, I don't know what to expect. And it's been so long since, like, we've been in a position like this. Like, I was 16 years old when Belichick took over. I'm almost 40. Like, that tells you that was a very long time.
I think the defense will still be solid.
Yeah.
It's just got to get an offense. So.
Yeah. Time will tell, but we're hoping.
Yeah.
Top 5 leagues that you've played in. Or just some leagues that you really liked playing in?
I would say in Woburn, I played, I don't know, about 15 years there. I loved it. Played for the Burlington VFW.
Okay.
Which is a lot of fun. Those in the early days. Thunder Buddies, definitely. Power Trip.
For leagues, though?
Yeah.
Oh, like
yeah.
So Monday, Wednesday?
Yeah. So, yeah, the Nashville 2 leagues have been good. Like I say, the Burlington League, the Woburn League. And then I played in Bedford also, which was good. So.
Where do they play in Bedford?
Bedford, Mass.
Oh, Bedford, Mass.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mitre Field.
Okay.
Yeah.
Nice. Now, let me ask you this. Because people are they're going to value what you say here. Because this is big. Who are 5 players to watch in the either league? 5 players to watch coming up in Nashville this year.
Coming up that are
or some of the players you think that are starting to get better. We know Michael Schultz is good.
Yeah. I just like Mike. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Let's say Mason, the Thunder Buddies. His brother Tyler.
Oh, is he coming in too?
He's already playing for us.
Oh, he plays in the other league?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know
And his
that.
cousin Caden is really good. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's a new regime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Thunder Buddies got younger.
Yeah, I think that's going to be good. And I think Jay's son, Nick, is going to come along.
Yeah, Nick's
I think he's going to get really good.
We got him on our Sunday team.
Yeah. And I'm trying to think of who else is newer. I can just think of those 4 guys, you know what I mean?
Yeah, it's being put. I know it's putting you on the spot.
I know, I'm just trying to think of that.
We did send the agenda.
Newer,
we did send the agenda before the show.
Yeah.
No, it's always good to see. Like, we need to get the younger.
That's what I'm saying. Because the Thunder Buddies are now Club National, you know that. So some of us have been on the team for a long time, and then there's a middle group like Cam, Parker, Jake.
Those guys are all approaching 30 now.
Yeah. So that's what I'm saying. There's a great nucleus there, and then they get the younger guys. Because I've been playing with Cam, I think, since he was like 19.
Yeah, it's been a long time.
And the other person that you were talking about, round out 5, I would say Parker.
Parker?
I love watching Parker play.
Yeah, he's a good ball player.
He's a good outfielder. He's got a cannon for an arm. He's probably got the most putouts in the league, and he can hit. So.
Did he just get engaged? Did I see that?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Congratulations, Parker.
Yeah.
I was, it's funny that you said that because I remember, like, Mason being on the team because I was on it 2 years ago thinking, like, he's got to have some other friends that he's going to be bringing in.
Yeah.
I think, like, Dante was one of them. Dante was pretty good.
Yeah, Dante, he did bring in 2 guys.
Yeah.
He brought his, who else? He brought somebody else, too.
Well, you want to know what's funny about Dante is he came and played in a tournament, and after the tournament he goes, "You were one of my camp counselors a long time ago."
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That must have felt good.
I was like, man, all right. I felt old,
Yeah.
because he's all grown up, and I was working with him when he was a kid.
And they brought his buddy, the first baseman we had last year, was really good. He's got a glove like unbelievable.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta. Like, people give me a hard time about this when I'm critical of leagues. Like, we want this stuff to last.
Yeah.
And everybody's always like, now they've run a league, are rather smaller amounts of teams because it is a pain in the ass to schedule a lot of stuff for like a larger league. I don't envy the people that do that. But if you want these leagues to last, the younger players have to start coming in because, you've seen it with, I've had countless friends. Now I don't have kids, but a lot of times people they get married, they have kids, they kind of step away for a little bit.
Yeah.
A lot of them come back, but there's like a time where they leave, or other people move or whatever. If you don't keep bringing new people in, eventually it's just gonna die out.
Well, that's what I think is great about the Club National.
Yeah.
You know, they got all these. They're all 21, 22, 23.
Yeah.
So that's a great thing, you know. Like I was saying, that the campaign before with the other guys, you know, so now they're the guys that'll show these guys the game, you know.
Yeah. No,
So.
it's crazy, but yeah, that crop of like Cam, Dylan, Joey,
Kyle,
they're all like they've been now around like
10 years or something, yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's what I'm saying. That was a great class of kids. You think of all those guys that played, you know.
And they're all still around,
Yeah.
you know, and for the most part.
Yeah.
I always see them, you know, a lot of them are on Cappy's
A lot of their good friends. That's why they all play together, you know.
Yeah,
So.
yeah. The years just keep going. You know?
Yeah.
All right, want to get into this segment, one of my favorite segments on the show, which is buy or sell.
Yeah.
I'm going to give you a topic, a thing. You're going to tell me if you're buying it, meaning you want to keep it, it's good, or you're selling it, you want to get rid of it, it's not good. Highly disputed in the news right now. It just was passed in the House. They want to outlaw TikTok. You familiar with the TikTok?
Yep.
Would you buy or sell TikTok?
I'd probably buy it because they get some pretty good stuff on there.
I mean, I don't have TikTok.
I mean, there's a, you know, people ask like these people questions stuff. It's pretty funny.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And they give them money to answer the questions. Like, you know, they ask some crazy questions.
No, they're in the short videos that come up on YouTube or on Instagram. Yeah. I don't know why they're trying to block. I think they said it's
I could see
data.
The stuff they were doing before wasn't right as far as telling the kids to do these certain things. You know, they're doing like slap selling on the side of the head or this or that.
Yeah.
I didn't agree with any of that crap, but I think that's toned down, way down.
I mean, I think that, well, I guess maybe there's data breach, but I think there's a real problem with the government trying to stop something like that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, that's a freedom of speech. Like, content creation is a big thing. This is...
but younger people are susceptible to doing things that someone put in their head, though. I mean, it's like you don't want to tell someone to, you know, go out and, you know, hit someone. I mean, it's stupid.
But you're saying shut down the whole service.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
What's next? Are we going to say no YouTube?
Yeah.
We're going to, you know, it doesn't make sense to me.
I don't think that would happen.
Yeah, I guess it's a foreign company, but I don't know. I got to do a little more research into it, but something seems wrong there.
Yeah.
Gerard Mayo is the head coach of the New England Patriots. You buying or selling?
I'd buy it. I think because he had a successful career, and I think that he knows how to motivate people. Otherwise, I wouldn't have put him in that position. I think, you know, he was with some of the greatest teams they had. So,
well, what's interesting is I didn't know he hasn't been coaching all that long. Like even I think in 2019 he got into it.
But obviously, he has respect to the other coaches and, you know, Kraft.
Yeah, I wonder what goes into making a decision like that. Well, yeah, you seem like a good guy. You've never been a head coach. You got it.
I think he just gets people that he drives them, gets them into, you know, working for him. You know what I mean? Yeah. So if he tells them to do something, they're willing to do whatever. You know.
I mean, I'm excited to see what happens.
I think it's gonna be good.
The Nashua Silver Knights. Buy or sell?
To tell you the truth, I haven't seen many of their games.
Really?
But I think buying it because it gives a lot of the, you know, college kids some time to prep for other things. You know what I mean?
I love Homan Stadium. I grew up in Nashua. Like, Homan Stadium is like, I can't wait for those games. And that's another thing that makes softball tough is like, there's times I'd rather go sit in Homan and watch the Silver Knights than go play softball, to be honest. So,
well, you know, when you go to a game, it's a whole different story. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's the same if you go to a Sox game. They could suck, but there you go.
Yeah.
It's just the atmosphere.
See, yeah, but I don't have the desire to go to Fenway Park.
Yeah.
If you like, this happens all the time. Dan, you want free Red Sox tickets? No, because I don't want to go to Boston.
Yeah.
I mean, I'll go for the Free Jacks. I'm not saying I would never, like, that's in Quincy, but, I'll go sometimes to the Red Sox, but I guess it doesn't have the mystique to me it used to have. But I don't know. There's something about home and
Thursday night's a big night, isn't it? When they have games at home.
yeah, sometimes, yeah. I think that, I like going on the weekends too. And it's such a short season.
Yeah.
It starts in May and it's done by August. So if you're going to go to games, you really got to go quick. So
I'll take one in with you this year, Dan.
all right, you're invited.
There you go.
It'll be fun. Karaoke.
So.
Sell. Not a karaoke guy.
Most of the people that do it are drunk or whatever.
Yeah.
Just get up there. I don't know. I don't see too much appeal to that.
All right.
You know what I mean? I'm not going to go out to a karaoke night. That's all I can say.
What if it was just like a gathering, like a retirement party or
Yeah, I'd probably go to that.
Party?
And my kids loved it.
Yeah.
Because, when Chris comes home, they all get together at Leader Lanes.
Yeah.
Have a few drinks, and then they go to karaoke when they have the grand buffet,
Yeah.
So
I spent a lot of time there.
A lot of young guys like it, yeah. But
I still like karaoke. I don't drink anymore, but I would still go sing karaoke. Like, I don't think I'd be there as late as I used to be when I would go to the Grand Buffet and be walking home at 1 a.m.
Yeah.
Kind of glad those days are by because those took a lot out of me, for sure. Taylor Swift.
What about her?
Buy or sell?
I don't know. It's overhyped.
Really? Not a Swiftie?
Yeah.
So sell?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, I think, you're watching a football game and, they're popping to her every time something happens. Like, football's football. Your thing is your thing.
True.
So,
but I don't think that's what she wanted, though. That's what they. But it is weird. Like, they just started dating. She's like, I'm going to all your games.
Yeah, I think that it was probably good advertisement for the club itself.
Yeah.
But to me, I don't know. I don't see any appeal to that.
Do you like her music?
I don't listen to it, so I don't know.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, truthfully, I don't listen to it. So
this fight's being promoted. It's kind of crazy.
Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson versus Jake Paul. Buy or sell?
The funny thing is, I was watching something. I think it was on Facebook or whatever. Joe Rogan was on it.
Yeah.
Saying that this guy Jake Paul should not fight Tyson because Tyson's going to kill him.
But Tyson's 58 years old.
I know, but they said he's in very good shape, and they were watching him, hit the guy's gloves and shit. And brings back quite a few years. They're thinking.
Did you watch his last exhibition with it was Roy Jones?
No.
Tyson won that fight, and they were like, "Oh, it's split this," and I'm like, "No, it wasn't. He won the fight."
But they're saying that the kid, Jake Paul's got fighter ability.
Yeah.
And he fought someone that, had a undefeated or whatever. It was a decision or whatever they said. But I don't know. I think Tyson's in a whole different class than this
Even
kid.
at his age.
Yeah. Because he's going to try to knock him out in the first couple of rounds.
And
if he has that fury that he has,
so
I don't know.
So when it first came out, I go, "Oh, that's so stupid." And then I thought about it, I was like,
Foreman did it.
but I also just like Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
His fights though early in his, and I think Joe Rogan had said this.
Yeah.
His fights early in his career, they were executions.
Yeah.
He was sending people out. He faced Frazier's son or whatever, and you see him just hit him, and the guy's legs. But then he hit him again because he hadn't fallen to the ground yet, and you're just like, "Oh my God,"
I think that he's got the fury. I just don't see this kid outlasting him.
It's on Netflix too, so I'm definitely gonna be watching this. I don't have to buy it.
Not if it goes in I don't know if it's a 10, 12 round, whatever.
Yeah.
If it goes after 6, 7 rounds, maybe it'll be a different story.
Yeah, I mean, again, we're talking. It's a significant age difference, but obviously Mike Tyson is one of the greatest fighters, if not the greatest, against a YouTuber who's won some fights against people that weren't boxers.
Right.
St. Patrick's Day.
Good day.
Buy or sell?
I'm Irish.
Yeah.
Of course, it's a good. I'd definitely buy it.
Do you do a big dinner or anything like that? Or?
Yeah, family does. Usually me, my nephew, or my sister cook it. So we had the boiled dinner. We all get together. So
yeah, my mom usually cooks it, but I usually go over to, and I don't go there often. and I can't think of the place. What am I?
Pedalers?
Nope, it's not Peddlers. It's actually like Milano's does it every year.
Downtown?
I'm not joking.
It's a sub shop.
I know. They do a corned beef dinner every year.
Yeah.
And that's usually the place I go and grab it.
Takeout?
Yeah, and they have them ready, so you just go right in.
Is it any good? I mean, it's like...
Yeah, no, I mean, because I want to say it's like become a tradition for me where I go over there. I saw it on Facebook one year that they were doing it, and I didn't see any other advertisements, and yeah, that's weird.
You would think how good it'd be.
How good could it be? It's Milano's, but
that's what I'm saying. I think
it's become a tradition. I don't know. 2024 softball season.
Yep.
Buying or selling?
Buying, of course.
Are you getting pretty excited? I mean, it's so close.
Yep.
Yeah. My all the fees are now coming.
Yep.
Everybody's like, "Yep, we got to pay this, and I'm like, "Ugh."
Every year I try to do something different.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I'm excited. I can't wait to be back out there.
Yep.
So, but Ken, this has been a blast.
Oh yeah.
We'll have to do it again. Maybe we'll have to do something at the end of the year. See how year 48 went for you. But always a pleasure.
Sounds good, because there might be another 49. You never know.
The one and only legend, Ken Nagle.
Yep.
Everybody out there, have a great week. Keep your heads up. Go Free Jacks this weekend. Let's get back to our winning ways. And until next time, let freedom ring.